When it comes to this week, your number is 1109, and this simply means that you need to pay attention to synchronicities throughout this week, because once again you are being guided. You are being guided, and you are going to keep on being reminded of this financial opportunity you would otherwise miss out on. And there is so much more to this financial opportunity, my gorgeous Virgo, than you can possibly imagine. This financial opportunity I'm talking about, it's gonna be leading towards something absolutely enormous. It's gonna be leading towards this life-changing moment in your life where you're gonna be able to do things you were never able to do before, and you will be able to buy things for yourself you were never able to buy before. And I'm not saying that you were broke. Please don't get me wrong. You could be just so loaded, you could be so successful, but then this means that your financial situation is going to get even better, even more amazing. So please, for the love of God, you really need to pay attention to synchronicities, my gorgeous Virgolini, throughout this week, because as I said, you are most certainly being guided towards this amazing, ridiculously amazing financial opportunity you would otherwise miss, because a lot is going to be going on in your life, a lot is going to be happening in your life, a lot is going to be on your mind, especially throughout this week. There are a couple of things that are going to be worrying you a lot, and it's to do with two different people. One person you're going to be worrying about who is very close to you. You will be worrying about one particular person who is very close to you, and you're going to have this great sense of urgency to help them out with something only you can help them out with. Do you understand me? And this is going to worrying you because it's to do with a certain timeline where you really need to hurry up so you are not too late helping this person out. And this other person that you're going to be worrying about, it's also somebody ridiculously close to you, and it's like that person is being manipulated by somebody else, somebody really terrible, and I'm going to mention this right at the end of this reading, as well. That particular person is being manipulated by somebody else, for example, and this is what you're going to be worrying about, because you're reaching this stage of your life, you're reaching this point where with both of these things, like where you really are gonna feel like you need to hurry up with the situation number two, with what you're worrying with the situation number one, where the certain timeline is coming up, you really need to hurry up. That's what's gonna be worrying you, and you're gonna feel under the pressure quite a lot. That first situation is gonna end up to be absolutely fine, and I can tell you this for certain. Just carry on helping this first person, because you're already helping them with something, so that is most certainly going to be resolved. And when it comes to this other person that you've been worrying about, somebody who, it's like dominating somebody else, and it's making that other person do really stupid and really silly things. This is something that you didn't even you did not work on that, if you know what I mean. You still didn't come to terms whether this is happening or not, but something major is going to happen this week to that other person, and the alarm bells in your head are going to be like, oh my God, major, like ding, 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 ding. I really need to do something about it, okay? And this is what I said that I'm going to mention, right at the end of this reading, indeed. So having said that, my gorgeous Virgolini, when it comes to the beginning of this week, having said that, okay, when it comes to the beginning of this week, you are really, you will realize, you see, this week it's going to be really deep, okay? And I suppose something is going to trigger this right at the beginning of this week. You know, it's to do with a certain information or a certain news. Something is going to make you feel a little bit frustrated to start with. Okay, and you will realize, my gorgeous Virgolini, that maybe there is no progress with a certain aspect of your life. At around the beginning of this week, you are going to realize, you know, that you're not going to have a progress in life if you carry on, you know, following old ways. You know, and this in itself means that you will realize, you know, what's really important is that you are about to realize, my gorgeous Virgolini, what exactly you have been like really unrealistic about. This is what you're going to realize, what exactly you are being and you have been unrealistic about when it comes to your life. And this is really going to create this powerful moment, you know, when it comes to you understanding that you need to do something about it, because otherwise you're going to follow old ways and there is not going to be progress, and you are going to continue being unhappy. You know, this is very important stage of your life to be honest with yourself, because nobody else can actually do this for you. My gorgeous Virgolini, just a second, something, okay, this fell. Do you know what is this thing that I'm burning this thing again against mosquitoes, because otherwise I would be like kind of eaten alive on the video, you know, not live, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so you are going to realize this is important because you will be reflecting a lot at around the beginning of this week on the last 3 months of your life. And it's all going to be triggered with that news, it's all going to be triggered with that information, and you're going to be reflecting on a lot on the last 3 months of your life. And that's why you're going to realize, you know, you know, what's making you feel so unhappy. And you're going to realize, first of all, what's making you feel so unhappy, and you're going to realize also that, you know, what you are and what have you been unrealistic about. And this is the time to be honest with yourself, because it looks like there is something that you have been in self-denial about for a while, but it doesn't really matter. Right now, things are about to change. This is not a dark reading, this is not a dark lala reading, this is not a horrible reading. In fact, this reading is going to be amazing. You know, sometimes we need to get to the bottom of things by, you know, by going through something a little bit dark and something a little bit negative in our lives, because otherwise we would never be able to appreciate, you know, once we come on top, what a beautiful feeling that actually is. Otherwise, the energy would be kind of stagnant, you know, and we wouldn't be able to even understand that anything is kind of different. Do you know what I mean? So this is all part of the bigger picture. What's really important right now, my gorgeous Virgolini, you are about to realize the bigger picture here. You are extremely intelligent. You are very smart, both spiritually and mentally. And I really hope you understand this. You are very powerful. Every single sign is powerful in their own way. But when it comes to you, you have got indeed something really special. When you allow yourself to be yourself, when you allow the most unique thing to take over, nothing is going to stop you from achieving what you want to achieve, what you set yourself to achieve. Okay? Don't ever let anybody to put you down. Do not let anybody to bring you down. Do not let anyone to make you feel like you're not capable to do what you can actually do in this life, in this world. Because lots of Virgos can be quite sensitive sometimes. and they carry these feelings, these emotions, with people can carry these feelings and these emotions, with them through their whole life. And that's why it's important time to boom, 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 snap out of it right now. What's happening right now at the beginning of this week is magical, my gorgeous Virgolini, magical. And that's the only way I can describe this. So it's all to do with this information that you are going to have. Something is going to make you feel frustrated, but you're also going to be thinking and looking back at the last 3 months, of your life. And you will realize that you have been maybe a little bit down. You will realize that you have been maybe a little bit unhappy. You will realize that you were thinking about making certain changes, but you did not make any changes. And you will also realize that you do not want to follow old ways. You will realize what exactly has been making you feel unhappy, number one. And most importantly, number two, most importantly, you will realize exactly what have you been so unrealistic about. Oh my God, this big moment of truth, it's about to happen. This is going to be such an enlightening moment like there is no tomorrow, because you will realize what you have been in self-denial about. So of course that this is going to be an enlightening moment. At this moment in time, your spirit is about to go on a completely different level. Do you understand me? Because you are about to have a control over situation that has been affecting you in a negative way. It has been bringing you down in the background, and it has been slowing you down quite a lot. Just up until a few days ago, baby, you were like kind of powerless. And right now, this is one of the biggest moments of liberation you've had in a very, very long time. This realization in itself, it's the beginning of one of the biggest changes ever. It's the beginning of a really beautiful and big change in your life. And it's all about you realizing what have you been so unrealistic about. But at the same time, this particular thing has been making you feel so unhappy. So unhappy. And it was preventing you from transforming. It was preventing you from transcending. It was stealing your energy in the background. And it's job to do that, I suppose, until you are able to realize this, until you are able to identify this, until you are able to establish, what this is. And then you can do something about it. And that's exactly what's happening right now. This has been causing you so many difficulties without you even realizing. And especially when it comes to you wanting to start something new, like a new project, you would just lack confidence and things wouldn't kind of work out for you. And here is your answer why, my gorgeous Virgolini. So now it's time to reorganize your life. Now it's time to reorganize. God, I thought there was something here, sorry. No, it's only a leaf moving. I'm like, oh my God. Now I'm seeing things, yeah. Now it's time to reorganize your life, my gorgeous Virgolini. And you're gonna start to feel full of energy. You're gonna start to feel like really positive. You're gonna start to feel like really excited, and you're gonna feel really creative. Some of you will be maybe like, maybe you will be cleaning your home if you love to clean your home. Lots of people love to clean their homes, for example. Maybe you will be painting if you're a painter. Maybe you will be doing something that makes you feel really good, maybe you will be trying new things, Maybe you will be just doing certain things, my gorgeous Virgolini, that you absolutely love. But you're going to feel full of energy. You're going to feel re-energized. You're going to feel confident. You're going to feel on top of the world. But right now, I want to focus on the fact that you're going to feel really creative. And you will be doing something really specific. And it's all coming from your subconscious mind, you know what I mean? Because you will feel like, there are really beautiful big changes coming, but it's just one of those things that it's impossible to kind of explain, but you just go with this flow, with this feeling, with this emotion, and you cannot go wrong whatsoever. So you will be doing something that you're really makes you feel really creative, and you know, you are going to realize, my gorgeous Virgolini, exactly what do you want to do. What do you want to do so badly? You will realize it's to do with you, it's to do with your life, it's to do with your desires, you know, and it's to do with you having brilliant ideas as well. And everything is going to start become like kind of crystal clear when it comes to what do you want to do with your life, how you want your life to be. On one hand, you're going to have amazing major confirmation when it comes to all this, but on another hand, you are really going to start to become so excited about your future, because at the same time it's like it's going to be this particular major step in your mind, on your mind, that you're going to be thinking about. It's about this major step on your mind you're going to be thinking about, but also other ideas connected to that major step. All this is going to make you realize what you should move on from, what you shouldn't do, what you have been wasting your time with, you know. And it's also most importantly going to make you realize what you should give your beautiful energy to. And so you will be focusing a lot about this particular next step that you're going to be making, but at the same time you're going to have these beautiful ideas, you know, that you should most certainly do something about, my gorgeous Virgolini, indeed. And you're also going to realize, somehow you're going to hear that there is a certain mineral. This is going to come to your attention. This is going to be brought to your attention at around the beginning of this week, that there is a certain mineral that you should be taking, a certain mineral, ridiculously powerful, ridiculously important. It's not like you didn't know about this mineral. It's not that like you didn't hear about this mineral, but somehow through somebody really amazing, somehow really randomly, you are going to come across this information when it comes to this particular mineral. Boom, it's gonna come at you. It's gonna come right at you, my gorgeous Virgolini. It's like gonna be impossible to ignore. Somehow, wherever you are, whatever you're gonna do, this is gonna be imminent. Somehow this particular mineral, it's gonna like come in front of you. It's going to somehow appear in front of you, and alongside it's going to be an amazing mind-blowing information connected to that mineral, and you will realize immediately, oh my God, I need to get this mineral, I need to take this mineral. This in itself, it's something you should most certainly take, whatever this is. Oh my God, it's ridiculously important, but I do not need to tell you this, because you're going to be inspired like a big mama in the first place, because it's a lot to do with this energy that you are going to be surrounded by at that time, and it's a lot to do with this connection you're going to feel towards this mineral, and it's a lot to do with what exactly this information is going to be all about. This information is going to be 100% sure, whatever this person, for example, it's going to be claiming. Do you know what I mean about this mineral? So this is something that you definitely need to take, my gorgeous Virgolini. It is so important in a one form or another. Do you know what I mean when it comes to this mineral? And if you do take it in a form of like a supplement, of course, just make sure that you, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just, you know, make sure that you check with your GP or your doctor, you know, if this can actually interact with your existing medications, for example, or not. But this is something I highly, I strongly recommend you. There is a reason why you are going to come across this mineral. This is not only going to improve your whole life, but it's also 1,000,000%. I can assure you 1,000,000% that whatever the claim is going to be connected to that mineral is 1,000,000% right. it. So yeah, it is gonna be something crazy. Like, it would be absolutely crazy to ignore this, my gorgeous Virgolini, whatsoever. And you will know now, you will know why when you become aware of it. And also at around the mid part of this week, you know, it is really to do with you. You know what, it's like somebody who is very beautiful, really gorgeous in your life, and I love this person to bits, one of the most special people in your life, some of the most, like, kind of one of the most consistent people in your life, somebody who has been in your life for a very, very long time. Maybe this is your friend, one of your best friends, maybe this is your, like, a family member, maybe this is your partner. This is very difficult for me to say, but all I can say is that this is somebody really genuine, and it is somebody really beautiful, and it's somebody who knows you better than you know yourself, to be quite honest with you. So this particular person, my gorgeous Virgolini, it's really going to praise you up. It's going to praise you, and it's going to make you feel so good about yourself. You're going to feel like a right big mama, like, oh, thanks, my darling. Thanks for telling me this. Mwah, mwah. Keep going, baby. I'm like that. Yeah, keep going, yeah. Keep saying I'm so good, you know, or something like that. Keep going, baby. Keep going, you know. No, but honestly, yeah. So this person is going to be talking about how good you are. Just a second. This person... Oh. This person is going to be talking about how good you are at something really specific, you know, like at something that you really are good at, you know, so like your skill. This person is, it's this thing, do you know what, I'm burning this thing again against mosquitoes. Yeah. This person is going to be talking about, like, you know, how good you are when it comes to, like, something that you're really good at. Is to do with your skill, is to do with something that you're doing, is to do with something that comes naturally to you, and is to do with something that is a part of you. And this is an important aspect of your life. So this person is going to be talking, saying how great you are when it comes to you being really great at something, like when it comes to your skill, you know, and this comes to you very, very naturally. And, you know, this is really going to kind of remind you of the fact that you really need to do something, you know, with this particular skill. This is your sign that you need to follow this path, because it's going to lead towards you having a really lovely material gain through it. You know, you're gonna get a material gain through this, you know, great skill of yours, and you are also going to be able to resolve some kind of a pressure that you have been going through, because by focusing on this, you're actually going to open your mind, and at this stage of your life, this is going to be ever so helpful when it comes to other things that are giving you pressure. Believe me or not, as long as you open your mind towards this, other things that are giving you pressure, you will be able to see from a slightly different perspective. And I know it sounds really crazy, but it's a lot about this energy once you find yourself being surrounded by, you know, so it is to do with you. You need to understand that when it comes to this skill, you need to take this very, very seriously. You need to take this on the next level. And I know that you're going to be exploring something, and you're going to be exploring your options. And at some point, while you're exploring your options, when it comes to this great skill, there is going to be an amazing realization when it comes to, like, how you can take this skill on the next level. For example, so it's to do with something that comes naturally to you, something that you're doing already, but the point of all this conversation is you need to take this on the next level. You need to broaden your horizons. So maybe perhaps some of you haven't taken this skill on the next level. Maybe it's something that some of you have been so good at for so many years, but only now, you know what I mean? Maybe some of you have been really great at something really specific for many years, many years, but you didn't do anything about it whatsoever. Maybe it's going to be like that. Maybe it's going to be like that. Maybe some of you have had this skill for like a very long time, your whole life, but you never did anything about it. And this is going to trigger something very special within, and you're going to decide to take this skill, you know, you're going to decide to consider this skill, take this skill very seriously and do something about it. It's going to lead towards the big material gain, and even more, like a really big success and an ultimate change. You need to trust me. And to some of you who are already using this skill, like in order to make money, for example, and you're already practicing this, I really hope this makes sense. For those of you who are already doing this, you know, using this skill, now it's time to broaden your horizons. It's time to take things on the next level. You will realize that you are not making the most of it, and you can make so much more. You can have so much more out of it. The bottom line is, in either cases, is like in 12 months time, you are going to have an amazing, absolutely mind-blowing achievement, just because you decided to take this seriously. This in itself, my gorgeous Virgolini, it's your breaking point. You should take this very, very seriously indeed. In as little as 12 months time, you are going to have an amazing success when it comes to this. And you're also making such a wise investment into yourself and into your life as well. You know, this is going to be brilliant. Honestly, it's going to be brilliant. And, you know, and it's almost like kind of going to lead towards this path where, when it comes to you realizing that certain things in your life have been making you incomplete, this is really going to make your life complete. And it's a lot to do with, like, you know, upcoming opportunities that are going to come through this into your life. And it's a lot to do with certain people that are going to walk into your life, that you're going to meet through this, you know, that you otherwise, that you would never kind of come across. And they are going to be so beneficial for your spiritual journey. But then again, now I'm going few years, you know, ahead. So I don't want to be too confusing, but it's important. By the time you get to the last part of this week, you know, this is when I wanted to say that about that second situation, that something is going to happen. What I started to do this reading with, you know, two people that you're going to be worrying about, you know. First of all, first person you're already working with, you're helping them out. But the second person was the one where you were just not too sure how you're going to say to that person that you're so worried about this person, because somebody is really, oh my God, taking such a terrible advantage of that person. Oh my God. So it's to do with somebody very precious in your life. It's to do with somebody really beautiful, maybe one of your best friends ever, or maybe one, you know, your family member. But somebody really gorgeous is going to be so hurt at around the last part of this week. And you will know that there is this other person who is like really using this person, and you really need to do something. You need to save your friend, or you need to save your family member. If this carries on, your friend or your family member, it's gonna be destroyed, you know. And you really need to come with a plan. You need to come up with some kind of a plan, because otherwise your friend or your family member are going to be in some kind of a trouble, you know. And then you're going to blame yourself for not actually doing anything or saying anything when you could have said or done something. So please consider this and take this very, very seriously. You need to help this person out before it's too late. Sorry, I don't mean to be a dark lala, but you know, sometimes this life is a bit like, you know. And also, my gorgeous Virgo, when it comes to the last part of this week, you are going to have a bit of a doubt and a bit of a suspicion when it comes to this, when it comes to some kind of opportunity you're going to become aware of. At around the end of this week, You are going to become aware of some kind of opportunity you have been waiting for a while. This is really personal to you, and this is very important to you as well. But when it comes to this opportunity that you have been waiting for a while, you're not going to have this straight away at around the end of this week. You're only going to find out that you are going to have this opportunity. So you're going to find out, oh my God, my opportunity is coming, my opportunity is coming. That's amazing. But you are going to have some kind of a doubt and some kind of a suspicion when it comes to this opportunity. It's almost going to feel like, oh my God, too good to be true. But no, you just need to go for it. You need to go for it. And also what is going to put you off when it comes to this opportunity, you're going to feel like you're not ready for it because you're going to feel unprepared. And there is something that you will need to brush up on, there is something you will need to learn or something like that, certain subject, but you must not allow that to put you off whatsoever. You need to understand that once you start learning this is going to make you feel even more persistent. It's going to make you feel even more persistent. So please, please, please don't allow this to put you off. And also, my gorgeous Virgolini, when it comes to the last part of this week, you know, there is still something legal that you need to finish, something from the past, something that happened within the last 10 years. Something that happened within the last 10 years, and I've seen this before, some kind of legal situation you were going through and everything was fine and you were so happy because the majority of this legal thing or official thing worked in your favor and you were so happy, but you missed something out. There is still something you need to kind of have an input with. There is still something that you need to finish, and you're going to be reminded of this, what this is. And it's to do with something legal, something official. And I think that you're going to come across this person who was like at around that time, while you were dealing with this. There is somebody that you're going to come across that is going to remind you of this situation. And then you're going to be like, oh my God, I forgot to do this, blah, blah, blah. Just go for it. It's just so important, so important. Not only this is going to be beneficial for you, but it's also going to be beneficial for other people in your life as well. So now, my gorgeous Virgolini, I'm just going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to see what's going to be a tarot card of the week. I'm just going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to see what's going to be a tarot card of the week. Let's just see. Ooh, hey. Gods of wind, please be nice to me. The gods of wind, please be nice to me, please. I'm having my tarot cards, yeah, I can't lose my tarot cards. They're going to fly away. So now, my gorgeous Virgolini, let's just see what's going to be a tarot card of the week. Ooh la la, do you know what? You are really going to pick up this week. You're going to realize what makes you so different. You're going to realize what makes you so different. You're going to realize what makes you so unique. And you're going to feel so much better for it. Because what makes you different, so different, and what makes you so unique, it's going to elevate you to the point where you're going to realize that, wow, look at this. You're going to realize, wow, what are you trying to say to us, the gods of wind? My goodness. You're going to realize how special you are and what makes you feel so different. And the reason why you're going to feel so elevated, it's because what makes you feel so different and what makes you feel so special, it's like so unique, you know. And this is why you are really going to, you know, start loving yourself again. And I'm not saying that you didn't love yourself before, but you're going to start loving yourself in different ways to the ways you were loving yourself before. The more you love yourself and the more you appreciate yourself, the more you're going to be able to love other people around you. The more you're going to be able to appreciate other things around you. With other words, the more you're going to be able to, you will be able to live much better and much happier life. And this is why this is going to be, such a deep week you're actually going to have. You are just about to, reconnect with yourself. But, on one hand, you are going to reconnect with yourself. And then on another hand, you really are going to feel like you are rediscovering and discovering probably one of the most exciting, times of your life. And by the end of this week, things are most certainly going to feel that way. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.